Hey guys, it's Matt with Stout Sportsmen here. This video is going to be part two of the two-part series that Scott and I are doing. Basically, what we've learned after a year of YouTubing, working the channel, running the channel, shooting videos, everything that pretty much goes into running the channel and producing videos and all that. I'm just going to recap Scott's video. I think is going up first. I'm just going to recap his 6 key points that he talked about. First and foremost, keep it fun. Have to have fun. If you're not having fun, you're wasting your time. Number 2, he says subs don't really matter. They don't really necessarily. Focus more on your views for sure. 3, definitely want to tag and describe your videos best as possible, so you're going to get the the best results when people are searching for videos, hopefully ours or yours. Try different things. This could mean camera angles, could be equipment, settings, different hobbies, whatever. Just keep it a little different. The more you try, the more you will see what works and what doesn't for you. Number 5, production value. Like you said, at first it's probably going to be abysmal, but you'll definitely learn. You're going to make mistakes, a lot of trial and error. And number 6, definitely use the YouTube analytics. For sure, there's a wealth. There's more information in analytics. You can sit there and look at them all day. Anyway, I'm going to rattle off my 6 first, and then I'm going to go into them a little bit deeper. Number 1, your camera or cameras. Number 2 is your gear. Number 3, mounts, camera mounts. 4 is audio. Gotta have good audio. 5 is lighting. Lighting is one of my biggest pet peeves in videos, our videos and some other people's videos. Lighting is key. If you can't see what's going on, nobody wants to watch that. And 6, you gotta have a good camera presence and charisma. Nobody wants to watch somebody monotone behind, in front of the camera. They want somebody that's kind of exciting and makes them want to watch more. All right, going back to number 1, camera. When I first started out, I started out with a cheap Amazon camera, similar to what Scott had, and I filmed my first track day, at least two sessions worth, up at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, and it was okay. The audio was pretty horrible. My mount, I tried it off the top of my helmet, and then I also tried it off the tank, the airbox cover on my bike. Video was okay, audio was pretty bad, it was pretty shaky. That was a learning experience, but it was nice to see yourself riding and whatnot, so that was cool. Once we started the channel, I bought this little guy right here. I decided to go with Garmin instead of the GoPro. Like most people use GoPros, or even the professional YouTubers. I'm sure they use higher end stuff than that, but I went with Garmin because of the fact that they have there's GPS in them, and there's accelerometers and all kinds of G-metrics and stuff that you can use, and there's also like add-on things that you can buy for like bicycling or whatever else that are going to give you some other metrics that you're not going to get in like this camera or the one that I'm shooting with. But I went with this because I can put overlays on the screen like I do with my track days, to give you it'll give you the elevation, your elevation changes. You can do G-forces. It'll give you your speed, GPS speed, not speedometer speed, because I know a couple of the straightaways in my track days, my speedo said 140 and my GPS is only saying 127. So that tells you, especially on motorcycles, when you get higher up into the speeds, the speedometers are just not reading correctly. Anyway, so I ran with this for quite a while. I ended up buying a second one and ended up returning. I think I ended up returning the second one that I bought. I was just having issues, and I still have issues with this. I don't use this very often, but a lot of times it will start to freeze up, and you can even see in some of my videos from like in the spring and summertime where it would start to be kind of like a rainbowing like video mumbo jumbo that was going on. So I kind of got frustrated with that, so I bought another one. Dumbass. And had some similar issues, so I sent the one back. What I'm using now is also a Garmin. It's the Garmin Verb XE. What did I pay? Just like $310 I think I paid for it. And Scott uses the Garmin Verb X, which is slightly lower. It pretty much has all the same features, except mine has the image stabilization on it, which I definitely wanted for doing track days and just to keep that vibration down. Okay, those are the cameras that we use. There's nothing wrong with using GoPros or whatever else. We just, Scott liked what I was using, and that he went and I think has 2 or 3 Garmin. I think he has 2 Garmin Verbs, not the Elite like I have here, but he has 2 Garmin Verbs, and they've ran pretty well for him. And then he has the Garmin Verb X now. Secondly, gear. Gear, I'm talking about tripods, batteries, just everything else that's going to go along with the camera. Right here I have a Platinum Plus. It's by Sunpack. This is my tripod. Don't use it very often. I've used it a couple times, but it goes up to 58 inches. It's pretty lightweight, and that's what I'll use sometimes for just stationary shots. I think I used it for some of my my 3-wheeler videos that I did. So you should have a good tripod. Like I'm actually using a mini tripod right now that I'm shooting off of right now. What else? We will go into that in a few minutes. But gear. Here's a cord for my Garmin Verb X right here. Batteries. The batteries on these cameras, they last an hour, maybe an hour and a half if you're lucky. So I have obviously a battery in there, and I also have 2 extras. Here's the charger that goes with it. So you just plug these in, boom, boom. Usually what we would do on the boat, we would go through a battery. Once that battery is dead, we would swap it out, put it on here, and Scott has an inverter on his boat battery, and we would charge off of that. And a couple times the batteries wouldn't be charged in time to get back into the cycle. So I took my 12,000 milliamp, it's basically a lithium-ion backup battery. So basically all I do is I hook up this to my camera, hook this up, and it's not super light, but I can put it in my pocket, and then when I'm running my chest mount, boom, I can just have that right in my pocket. You barely even feel it, and I can pretty much shoot 10 or 12 hours on this thing, on this charge right here. So pretty much a full day, and then at night, charge it up, and then you're ready again the next day. So that's super cool. So I have 3 batteries for the camera that I'm using, the Verb X, and I also have 3 batteries for my Garmin Verb Elite. So I have the one in here, and I have 2 extras here. There's also a charger for that. What else do I have? Oh, gear. You definitely want to have good memory cards. Faster the better, or faster transfer rates. I have 3 64 gigabyte micro SDs that I use. One Samsung and the other 2 are SanDisks. So right there, I mean, that's almost that's 192 gigabytes plus my laptop that I have here that I take with me whenever we're on a fishing trip. That's a terabyte right there. So there's always plenty of storage room. Okay. What else? No, this is one of my cases. I have this case here, and I have a smaller one. This is pretty much just some extra mounts and pieces and stuff. Here's my chest mount that I wear quite often. Here's my helmet mount for my Verb Elite here. So I have actually 2 different mounts for my helmets, depending on what camera I want to run. Okay, anyway, that's going to be my 3rd key topic point here, mounts. Like I just showed you for the motorcycle, each camera is a little bit different. Like the Garmin that I'm shooting with now is a little bit more similar to like a GoPro type, where this is not. This is more, long and skinny. But basically, your mounts, your camera mounts. I mean, depending on what you're doing, you can, like I've said before, I've set these up, fixed to the motorcycle. I've had them fixed to my helmet. Like when we're fishing, most of the time we're wearing a chest mount, and sometimes we'll run, camera off either the front or the back of the boat, off of like one of the nav light posts, and just try different mounts, see what works. see how the angles look, how how the lighting is and everything. I mean, we've tried a bunch of stuff that has failed miserably, but at least we tried it and we know what doesn't work now. Audio. Audio is pretty big, especially when it is windy out. When Scott and I were shooting, most of this year off of these cameras here, the Garmin Verb and the Verb Elite, we had a lot of issues with wind noise and whatnot. So we were tried out a bunch of the different like dead cats, which are the little furry fuzzy things that go over the microphone. And the microphones were external corded, so we would plug them in and then like run them however up, to put in our collar or wherever we had it. And those worked okay. But when we upgraded to the Garmin Verb X and the XE, I was having some issues with audio with on the motorcycle. And these are the newer cameras that we have are Bluetooth enabled. So I just went and bought I don't know, just a set of earbuds here, and so when I'm riding, boom, I have these in, and then the audio picks up with just a little microphone here, so when I do my moto vlogs, I can talk to you guys, and you can hear me. It was a little bit of growing pains getting these, the audio to come out decent anyway. It's just basically when you have this in your ear and you got a helmet on, you're trying to find the proper placement, for the mic pickup. And it took me a few rides to get that ironed out. But audio is important, and I mean you want to be able to pick up the voices, any sounds, like whether it's a motorcycle sound or you're shooting guns or what have you. You want to pick up the good sounds, but you also want to kill the wind noise, which is tough to do because there's a lot of fishing videos we did where it was quite windy out and it's kind of fades everything out, and it kind of makes you not want to watch the video. So trying to get the audio right is very important. Number 5, lighting. I'm actually going to, actually I'll probably shoot with this video. I'm actually going to shoot what I'm looking at right now. Right now I'm sitting in the kitchen, and in front of me is a window here. There's a window here, and there's a window over here. I have this light on, and there's light over here. So lighting is super important, very, very important. You never want to be backlit, where if there's bright lights behind you, it's just going to completely silhouette you out. It's just going to be like a black figure there. And you want to be able to see, you want your face to be seen. Well, I guess not everybody does, but for YouTube value here, people need to be able to see you. They need to be able to see your expressions, your excitement, whatever you have going on. And lighting is key. And I know we've done a couple of videos. We did a couple of the videos that we did at the hotel down in Tennessee. I know the lighting in there was absolutely crap. We did the best we could. We were shooting at night, so we had no natural light coming in. So whatever light we had in the room was all we could muster up. That's something, for a lot of the sit-down type videos like this in the future, that I'd actually like to get some artificial light to better enhance. But right now, I'm just using natural light, and I mean it was snowing all morning, but it's still pretty bright out. There's a ton of snow out there, so it's white, so that's helping bring light in. But natural light is probably the best light you can use. It's not going to look fake, and it's free. So try and get the best lighting you can. I cannot stress enough how much lighting is important to videos. Hey guys, this is me again. I'm actually just shooting off of my older camera here, the Garmin Verb Elite, and I just kind of wanted to show you guys what I'm looking at, what I'm using when I was talking about using natural light, using the windows and stuff. So I'm going to turn the camera around and just kind of show you guys what I'm looking at right now. Obviously it's not the prettiest, but if you have that window there, and there's a cutout to the front foyer here, right there, and there's also 2 windows there. So I put up the shades to bring in as much natural light as I can. I have the ceiling fan up here with some light. I got some light over there as well. And on the table there's some leftover Christmas cookies. Yeah, they're probably getting a little stale by now. I gotta have coffee. Coffee's important. But yeah, I just want to show you. This is actually my phone, so that is connected to the camera. So when I am filming, I can actually see, I can see myself just to see what the angle looks like, which is very important. You want to make sure that you're centered, that the lighting is good, and that's one thing that helped us a lot, because with the camera that I'm shooting on right now, this one in my hand, is we didn't have the connectability to. I don't think we had the connectability to the phone. I'm not quite sure, but it definitely helps when you can actually see exactly what you're doing. And key point number 6: you need to have a good camera presence or charisma on camera. So if you're just kind of slumped over in front of the camera and you're not excited, you're not in tune with what you're talking about or what you're doing, I mean, that's going to show negativity, and people don't want to see that. They want to see you excited about what you're doing and whatnot. Anyway, those are my 6. So I hope Scott's 6 points and my 6 points kind of help you guys out a little bit. I know he was more geared toward the. I was more geared toward like camera and like the actual like making of a video production type stuff, where he was a little bit more behind the scenes and like how to like tagging and using your analytics and stuff like that. But his number one point, his first point, was to have fun. And if you can't have fun doing your videos, first and foremost, you're wasting your time, you're wasting other people's time, you're wasting your money, because none of this stuff is cheap. I mean, like Scott said in his video, we haven't we haven't cashed out any money from YouTube or anything yet. So the amount that we've put in compared to what we're going to get out is very, very negligible. But it's fun. We have fun with it, and that's why we're going to continue to do it. So thank you guys for watching. Like the video if you do. If you want to subscribe. Check out some of the other stuff that we got going on. And we hope to see you guys back soon. Thanks, guys. It's Matt with Stout, Sportsmen. I'm out.